Telangana is certainly the youngest state in India. The senior most politician, I'd surely say, KCR, who's almost like a godly figure in the political landscape in Telangana. I'm joining him on the campaign trail. Of course, the BRS at this point is looking to revive its fortunes, and they're quite confident. KCR, thank you very much, Chandrasekhar Raoji, for speaking to India today. We know that you've been traveling and traversing through different constituencies of Telangana. And you are quite confident this time that the victory that Congress gained in the assembly, they'll be taught a fitting lesson this Lok Sabha. Why would you say that?
In fact, Congress party has given more assurances which are beyond their capacity. The state exchequer doesn't permit to implement all those promises made by the Congress party during the course of election. Now, people have realized that they have been sufficiently cheated by the Congress party. Now they are so angry. They will express their anguish through the vote in the parliament.
You know, you categorically said that if you want to see the Telangana flag held high, flying high, then you got to vote for the BRS. You are evoking the Telangana sentiment even today, 10 years after the Telangana movement. Would you tell us why? Do you think people still reckon with it, attached with that cause?
The question of using Telangana sentiment, it will be always there, you know.
Yeah.
Telangana has suffered for more than 6 decades for getting its own entity, its own existence. It was a great struggle. Ultimately, it came to a reality when I led the movement.
Yeah.
It was a great success. The sentiment will continue, whichever way it is. But what I feel is, people of Telangana have certainly realized now that what has happened in the last 6 months after the victory, marginal victory of the Congress party, then now I think there is no need for using me Telangana sentiment or any other sentiment.
The failure of the Congress, in your view, will be enough to get the BRS to
Yeah, failure of both parties.
I was just about to come to that. The BJP seems to be gaining ground in a state like Telangana, which hardly had presence a few years ago. With each passing election, the vote share increases. What do you think is the reason for that?
BJP is a champion to create this Goebbels kind of publicity. They are known for it. As a matter of fact, during 2014 assembly elections, they have lost deposits in 117 constituencies out of 119 constituencies. In the last assembly elections also, recently held assembly elections, they have lost deposit in 64 constituencies of the state. Actually, literally, BJP has no ground. I will surely say that in this election, BJP none or one.
None or one?
None or one in Telangana state.
From 4?
100%.
Okay.
You will see it.
But we saw a reverse tide in that sense, if you have to measure it with what happened during the assembly. From 1 to 7, the BJP jumped.
It was not 1. The last time they have won. In between also they have got 2 more seats. It was 3. The final tally of BJP was 3. Now they have come to 8. In a particular area called Adilabad 4, Nizamabad 2, and 1 in another place, 1 in Hyderabad. BJP has no expanded network in the entire state. I think they are below 5%, below 3%. There are districts like Khammam, Nalgonda, where they doesn't even have 5-6% of vote percentage. And now, people came to know what is Mr. Modi. What Modi says every day is humbug. It's all trash. Bilkul trash.
Sir, I'd still like to ask you, going back to a few years, you have supported the Modi government in the parliament to pass bills, even the farm laws at that point. There was a lot of talk that you have a tacit understanding with the BJP.
Not at all, that's not correct. I was a new government. It was a new state which incepted in the year 2014. So I was supposed to maintain a constitutional relationship with the union government, you know. That was the compulsion. So certain times like president election, anyway they were winning, they asked my support, I said, ठीक है, कर देते हैं. ऐसा situation था. When farm bills came, we didn't supported him. We opposed it. Somebody wrongly said it. When the farm laws came in, those block laws we have vehemently opposed in both the houses.
Demonetization.
Demonetization also, initially I thought it was a good thing. But after that, it has proved disastrous to the nation. Then we bluntly opposed it.
So, you know, at this point, you have the entire India bloc coming together, be it the Congress and all regional parties, most regional parties. But the pioneer of a third front was KCR. We've seen that in the last term, though it was an unsuccessful attempt. But I would still say that you founded that third front movement. Well, how do you look at the India Bloc Alliance today, which you are not part of?
Let me tell you one thing very clearly. As understood by me and so many others, and so many observations also reveal, there is nothing like India Alliance, nothing like NDA Alliance. Nothing. Maybe it is surprising you.
It's a myth, you're saying.
No, it's a myth I am telling you. Mamata has gone out, so many others have gone out. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is separate and I am separate. Even Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy is separate. Non-aligned people, like, there are so many. Very few people are there who are attached to Congress and very, very few with BJP. There is nothing like India. I think the regional parties are going to emerge as a stronger group in this parliament election. And this will form the formidable force where we will expect the support of either of the national parties, the so-called national parties. Yeah. It's not the regional parties supporting Congress or regional parties supporting BJP. It will be a different scenario in India this time, like Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
It has to be, you know.
India largely has thrived. Regional parties have thrived. And I think BRS is a classic example. But I'd like to ask you what happened during the assembly elections. How did you, from being in power for a decade, turn into being in the opposition?
See, actually, what I initially said is 100% correct. They have gone, the promises have gone beyond a limit, where they tempted the common man. Hyderabad was with me. The total whole of Hyderabad, except for one seat for BJP, Congress did not get a single seat in Hyderabad. Hyderabad and the surroundings, so-called the GHMC area, no single seat by Congress. It was totally with me. In the rural areas, people, see, we were giving something like the Raitu Bandhu scheme which supports investment support to the farmers. I was giving 10,000, they said we will give 15,000. I was giving pension of 2,000 rupees, they said 4,000 rupees. Suddenly, 100% jump, you know. So some poor chaps, because sufficient drinking water came, irrigation water came, power was full, they thought we will get something beyond the KCR's this thing.
Yeah, of course. Temptation, it was a bill.
The temptation led, and the margin, the gap between BRS and BJP was only 1.8%. It was very little, you know.
Yeah. You know, we know that a lot of the MLAs...
It was not a route for the BRS. We got 1/3 seats, no?
Yeah. But, you know, do you think the strategy could have been better? A lot of the MLAs were repeated. There could have been anti-incumbency. That may have been one of the biggest hit.
Maybe, but as a leader of the party, I should take the responsibility, you know. Sure. Don't try to throw it onto MLAs or somebody. Yeah. That's not good. Right. As a leader, whatever has happened, it's my responsibility. I take it onto me.
You know, you've had a health scare, you've recovered. I mean, it's great to see you moving around and meeting people. How are you feeling now?
I'm much better now.
Yeah.
My leg was broken immediately after the election.
Yeah.
I was suffering. I think about 2 months I was on the bed.
I know. We've been following you, tracking you closely.
Yeah, but now I am very happy. I'm able to move. I am able to conduct this bus yatra. And people are receiving me. I'm very happy, really.
So, you know, we know that your daughter Kavita is right now in judicial custody. How do you look at this whole situation? The Delhi liquor scam, has that been a reason of taint or a black spot on the BRS?
As a matter of fact, it is a cruel game by Mr. Modi. Delhi liquor scam is not at all a scam. It's a rubbish. Taking the Lieutenant Governor's letter, the central government jumped into and created a scam, artificial scam. As a matter of fact, it's a reverse scam. It's a political scam by Mr. Modi. My daughter is quite innocent. Even Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is innocent. It was a Delhi.
You're calling Arvind Kejriwal innocent?
Yes, 100%. It was a state government liquor policy. How can any fool say it's a scam? Even Telangana has a liquor policy. All Indian 28 states are having their own liquor policies. How can anybody say it is a scam?
They were speaking of bribes being taken.
It's all cock and bull story. No single rupee is recovered so far. Not even 1 rupee. Where is the recovery? Where is the proof? It's all in the air, you know. For the last 2.5 years, they say, they shout. But no single rupee is recovered, no trace, nothing. Just nothing. They are arresting innocent people, harassing them, taking some of their statements, and basing on their statement, they arrest Kejriwal, they arrest Kavita. It doesn't look rubbish.
The agencies have been on overdrive. They've been, the ED, IT have been on overdrive.
There are no more agencies, you know. They are allied संस्थाs of BJP. भाजपा के वो संस्था है. यूनिट्स जो रहते हैं ना, जैसा कि महिला विभाग, जैसा ये विभाग, कार्मिक विभाग, ऐसे बीजेपी के विभाग है वो तो सारा देश जान गया है.
The courts, don't you think the courts then will see through it?
Certainly, we believe in the judiciary. I think we'll get the justice. Maybe little later or more, but we'll get the justice. Yeah, don't worry.
A final take on the high-pitched, communal, polarized campaigns and narratives unleashed by several parties. Your take on that? Muslim reservation has become a real debate. Under your leadership, you have granted reservation up to, you wanted to increase it from 4% to 12% for the Muslim minorities. But the BJP says we want to finish and end religious-based reservation.
That's the only point of BJP, you know. Nothing more for the BJP. BJP's rule has proved disastrous for the nation. The total exports have increased, imports have gone down, and the rupee value, never before in the history of India. Never before. It has gone to a level of 84 rupees. Rupee value against the dollar is 84 rupees, you know. It is disastrous. This is a malfunctioning of Mr. Modi, and he has lost the total credibility. I don't think, except this religious polarization, Modi has nothing to say.
On what grounds did you want to increase it up to 12%, sir? You know, religious-based reservation up to 12%. Do you think that's fair?
Which is fair, which is not fair? The Constitution of India has given a right to the people of this country. So now, how far it is fair for Mr. Modi to say that we will eliminate the total reservation of Muslims? How can anybody say that? Are Muslims not part of the country? Can Muslims be wiped out of India?
Look at this fan frenzy that we see. The admiration is real, the crowds are real, and it's swelling, it's crazy. It's almost worship. We see a puja lady there doing puja for you through the campaign vehicle.
It's not puja for me, it's a welcome gesture.
It's a welcome gesture. It's not puja for you.
They're breaking the pumpkin, pouring some water. So it's a kind of welcome in Telangana.
This is fantastic.
Traditional welcome.
Why do you think you enjoy this kind of adulation, sir?
They are enjoying the presence of KCR.
You know, I'm not going to hold you back. I'm going to let you go, and I thank you very much for having me on your campaign trail. I'm going to try and talk to your people as well to see what they have to say about you in the BRS. We're wishing you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.